Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sunday cast of SpyParty Major League, Week 2. I am Hunu, and joining me this evening is Arafayesh.
Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone.
We're going to be casting 2 matches today from the Emerald and Master divisions, starting off with bloodredyeti against Magicdoer in Emerald.
Yeah, so this will be a neat match. I believe this is going to be Yeti's first match that they actually played in the division because they got a bye in week 1.
Right, yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how they fare, if they're not too rusty or if they've been... I haven't seen if they've been playing in the meantime.
Yeah, we've got Magicdoer as well, who I think was like a bit of an older player relative to Yeti. I think they played in previous SCL way back then. So it'll also be interesting to see how the rust, if there is any rust and how it's coming off. In their first week, they got a draw. So we'll see if maybe they can scale up and get a win this one.
Yeah, both players, I'm sure, looking for their first win. So yeah, with that, shall we get to the draft?
Let's do it.
Okay, interesting. We got bans of Gallery and Modern. Neither wants to play 4 of 8, I guess.
Yeah, those are some interesting bands. I mean, Gallery, I think, is a venue. It's definitely one of those venues that like you can either be a player who just kind of really struggles with it, or just thrives there. Modern is one I think it tends to be a little bit less polarizing in that sense.
Yeah,
There's a lot of space, so it can be difficult, like as a spy, to do missions because there's a lot of space, and the sniper can see a lot. But
yeah, I think both perceptibly and tricky venues. Certainly, I'm one to ban Modern, so I can appreciate that from Magicdoer. Moving on to restrictions, 5 of 8 clearly not popular with either of them. So I guess it makes sense that they've got doubled a high-rise 3 of 6 from bloodredyeti and 4 of 7 courtyard from Magicdoer. Would be good to see that. Both venues,
yeah.
I think, where spy wins are very doable. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Courtyard famously spy-sided.
You know it. You know it. And finishing off singles of balcony and library. Two very different venues.
Very, very different venues. So we see from bloodredyeti a preference there for the more spy-sided venues in the 3 missions and the 2 missions, and then Magicdoer deciding to pick Yeti's restrict. Maybe a bit of a strategic choice there.
Always like to see that. Yeah, maybe a good move by bloodredyeti there to get it down to a single rather than a double.
Yeah, so I wonder from Yeti how much of these choices are. Does Yeti feel comfortable on those venues in particular, or does he feel like he's at a disadvantage and so he wants to push things towards what are generally considered higher variance venues?
True. Yeah, I don't know enough to know either way, but you're right. They're definitely the venues that what you might think the underdog would choose. So we'll see if they can that plays out.
Yeah, let's see. Let's get into it.
Yep, I think we're starting with high rise then. bloodredyeti's pick. Okay, starting with Salmon as spy. 3, 2, 1, playing it. Looks like we're bouncing around, ended up a bookcase.
Green bookcase it is. So this variant of high rise is the swap version for this league. You either have to force, either the swap statue mission is forced on or the transfer microfilm mission is on. So we're at the bookcase here, but microfilm's not on, so not much to do there.
Yeah, I think we kind of ended up there. But we're now settled into conversation. next to or across selecting target. Looking at the first flirt, a white test for 34%. Solid progress.
Yeah, not a bad start. Meanwhile, we've got Duke at center statues here. So he earns a highlight from Magicdoer.
Yeah, hopefully bloodredyeti has spotted that, making sure Duke's in for contact.
Leaving now, trying to maybe get that flirt cooldown. So now at statues, we pick up the second highlight of the game.
Yeah, obviously swap is enabled, so this is really the time where we could be going for that. Sniper is not looking at us at all, so I think the opportunity is there, but I don't think bloodredyeti wants to go for it.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's kind of like the main way on this setup. I think that the sniper's attention gets called over to that right side of the venue, because otherwise normally they can just kind of stare forward. Oh wow, Duke is going to the statue that we were just at.
Yeah, what a shame.
Is Magicdoer going to turn to guard this?
I mean, it didn't look like Magicdoer was guarding our swap at all.
Okay, we've rotated now, and he's checked the statue, and it's clear. Unfortunately, we weren't able to take advantage of that little, attention sink.
Yeah, it's a shame Ambassador was on the other side as well. No possibility of a bug.
But we're now finishing our own inspects, so it's us and Duke at the party with that mission complete.
Have to be the main suspects. It's a shame we're still only on 34% with less than a minute now.
Yeah, where's the time gone?
Starting to be worried. Just an innocent watch check as well. I feel like there had to be a timeout. I mean, this is high rise. There's opportunity to finish missions quickly, but it's looking like flirt is off the table. Standing next to Ambassador, but unfortunately back to Sniper, so a bug would be very visible.
The double agent looked like... Oh, the SDA, the fake double agent joined the conversation that the double agent was going to join. Oh, and our seduction gets cancelled as our SDA
Oh no,
leaves.
it's all going wrong. It's all going wrong.
So it's a fake BB, but the two inspectors do not have real contact.
Yeah.
Banana bread.
It's a bit unlucky. I think Magicdoer knows that there's no one finishing. And there's Sniper shoots the spy.
Yeah, we just had to go for a desperation purloin there to try to finish.
Banana bread.
It's unfortunate. A bit of unlikely flirting or slower flirting in the mid game there.
Yeah, I don't know if the pacing was just slightly off. I mean, we managed to get the inspects done, which was good, but a bit unlucky with the double agent not being in a useful conversation. I think maybe if we'd had that earlier, I think the options would have been better. I mean, this is one of those venues where double agents can be very cool. Only 2 conversation circles.
Yeah, and you can see like right here, like Teal was going to join our convo, but had to change because the other double agent took her spot or joined the conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 1 game to Magicdoer.
Yep, moving on to the next one. Looks like we've sticking with the same mission setup. And now Magicdoer as spy playing as general, starting in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Immediately flirting. That's a white test for 34.
Yep, nice early progress. Wonder if we're going to sit and time a flirt or make the most of the opportunity to get something else done. Looks like we're content to just sit and let the cooldown expire.
Yeah, that's definitely something you can do here, though. As we saw last game, you want to try to make sure that you're still getting some other stuff done.
Yeah, I wonder if Magicdoer is going to maybe learn from the...
Oh, we went for a walking bug there, but it didn't land.
I think it was entirely unseen by bloodredyeti.
Yes, that's unfortunate that it didn't
Unlucky.
hit.
Yeah, it was a nice attempt, for sure. So we just doing an innocent visit to blue bookcase.
Oh, this setup is actually different. We have inspects off, but prints on.
Oh yeah, you're right. I just saw that the swap was on.
So that's half a mission for us.
Yeah.
And there will be another print at the blue bookshelf at some point if we want to try to go back for it.
Yeah, nice. And since microfilm isn't enabled, I think bookcases are inherently less suspicious. It's possible bloodredyeti won't even pick that up.
That's a good point. We got a red test on our flirt there. I don't know if that was... I can't see why that would be intentional, so I'm going to assume that was just...
imagine. I think that just was a bit unfortunate.
So we pushed our ST into statues, and our ST did not pick up a highlight, and that makes sense now because inspects are off.
Inspects are off. Double Agent finally joins the conversation. I wonder if we're going to try and keep her there. Nope, too late. She's off again. Hopefully they'll be back. Only a minute left, though. Starting to get a bit nervous.
Yeah, are we going to go... Where are we going to get our second print from here? I think it's time to grab that from the case, if that's what we're going for. Or from the bookcase.
Yeah, it almost looks like we're lining up a bug attempt. I mean, General has a great walking bug, so it's possibly not a bad strategy. But we still haven't got any mission completion and down to over 30 seconds. Ambassador leads though, so that option's out as well.
So we're moving back in with our ST. Luckily, we got a green test there. I think if that had not been green, it would have been stuck at 96%.
Yep. Double Agent is going back to conversation? No.
It's a white test per line.
This is very much a redux of last game.
Oh, but small man, he takes
out of nowhere
a shot. So he went to the blue bookshelf there, and then he went to pick up the briefcase. So it's sort of like a little bit of a Prince rush at the end, I think, in Yeti's eyes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now that said, did we have a contact that game?
There was no contact. So, unless, I mean, it is small man, so you never know a bug could have happened.
You credit a bug for sure. But he did pick up the briefcase around 6 or 7 seconds. So I think there was an opportunity to, well, you could hold a shot and wait for overtime beeps. But also, he is small man, so maybe you're afraid he's going to try to dip behind some cover.
Yeah, definitely a tough position there for bloodredyeti. I'm sure they weren't happy about taking that shot. Maybe felt like they had to. I mean, yeah, possibly a bit of rust as well, or inexperience maybe.
Yeah, for sure. It could be. These games can be tense. That puts Magicdoer up 2-0.
Yeah, and this is Yeti's double pick, so I'm sure they're hoping to bring one back at least. They're now playing as Spy as Hare, Oprah. You're ready to start?
Yep.
Go in 3, 2, 1, playing it. And we are just ending up in conversation.
Our ambassador comes to join us. Magicdoer is sort of rotating. Oh, there's a bug.
Oh, that was very on screen.
It was on screen, but it was while Magicdoer, I think, was just rotating back from memorizing statues. So maybe it was missed. We have no highlight right now.
I think the lack of highlight. I thought there was maybe a camera shake from Magicdoer at the same time.
I don't know what that was.
So I feel like we're either top suspect or we just got away with it completely. Hopefully for bloodredyeti's sake, we got away with it. Because 51% flirt now.
Ambassador comes back.
Oh, we don't want. Waited a bit long
we pick
to
up a highlight.
Toby. I think that might have been it rather than the bug credit. Either way,
I believe so.
Not what we want.
That said, ignoring Toby is not a mission at least. So if Magicdoer is counting and they don't have that bug, we may still be able to fly under the radar here.
Yeah, especially with a second green test flirt to complete Seduce Target mission. Now in a great position, just need contact. And you'd have thought with 2 minutes to go, that would be very doable.
Absolutely.
Innocent watch check. If we can just try and lose some heat. I'm sure bloodredyeti doesn't know the highlight.
Yeah, probably not. Okay, so we had joined with the DA there, but then we didn't fire off the contact. The double agent has left. A little bit unfortunate. If we're still going for that mission, we'll have to chase them into conversation, which could be a bit suspicious.
Yeah, I mean, I think contact is still definitely the best chance we have. So I would say we should do that. Interesting. They've kept, bloodredyeti has kept inspect statues off, so that's not an opportunity for the third mission.
That is too bad, because that's definitely under the normal circumstance where they were on, that's definitely sort of the other option that you would consider, as opposed to contacting, maybe going for a silent game, but that is not available here. Time is ticking down, 45 seconds left.
Yeah, innocent drink take.
The problem here is, like, no one else in this party has a highlight. It's been a very, very tame.
Yeah, which does make you fear that we are just the top suspect. Then no, there's no mission completion. A Magicdoer can just hold.
DA is coming. It's a white contact.
Are we dead? No, low lights coming off. No shot.
Yeah, that's great. We got it. That first bug was definitely clean. It looked like at the end there, Magicdoer is actually guarding for a possible BB bug. So
Yeah,
definitely indicating that he had not caught the first one.
Just a really nice spy game. Well-timed bug when the sniper was distracted looking at statues. Camera moving. Really nice game.
Yeah. Well done to Yeti.
Yeah. Shame we could have been over faster if the double agent was in our conversation, but then you never know. Leaving it late allow other party members to maybe gain some suspicion.
I imagine that was the hope. Yeah, but it just sort of, the luck was such that that just didn't really happen. Luckily, it didn't matter.
Yeah. Very nice. I'm sure bloodredyeti now hoping to bring it back to 2-all.
Yeah.
We got Magicdoer as spy, playing as Walt. Starting in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Looks like we're just heading straight for the conversation. Drink in hand, which always limits the options, unfortunately, for the early game.
And so our setup is still the same as last game. So the 3 of the games now have been with prints and swap on, no transfer, no inspect. And the Emba did start off by taking a drink from Toby. The double agent has smudged the first print, but we're going to be offered the difficult.
Yeah. Looks like Magicdoer was on top of that.
Oh, but we missed the test. So that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate, yeah. Mind you, I think we probably were very cleanly.
Banana bread.
There was no suspicion raised for that. Although, having said that, we are highlight. And I'm not entirely sure why.
I am not entirely sure either. Kane also has a highlight. I did not notice if Kane had picked up the briefcase. Maybe these are fingerprint lights. But we'll find out if Twin gets a light.
Ah, interesting. Well, we've made some progress. 33% is good enough with a white test. We're still just content to sit in this conversation. Don't think we've moved yet since we first landed here.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
Unfortunately, stuck in conversation with the SDA. Not the Magicdoer knows that. So there's no chance the double agent is going to join us.
We bug on combo entry here.
Wow, yeah. Very clean. I don't think that was seen at all.
I didn't see any reaction from Yeti's laser there, really.
Barely visible on the sniper side. It was very nicely done. Just timing it perfectly so the arm was hidden behind the conversation. And suddenly we're in a much better position. Just need to finish flirt and contact.
And very nicely, our ST has come to us both times, I believe, so we don't even look like we're chasing any sort of flirt.
Yeah, absolutely.
We
Just
are
as long as
still
we
a highlight.
get some luck with the double agent,
Banana bread.
which it looks like we are getting.
Yeah, speaking of, second
Just one more
contact
white
this
first.
game.
And we're not shot for the contact, so I feel like a flirt will...
Laser is hovering us.
True. Yeah, I don't think the bug was seen at all.
Here's the flirt mission countdown.
Getting away with it. Very nice. Two great spy games, to be honest. I think they would have been both tough for the sniper to catch.
Yeah, 2 invisible bugs. Bug is a great mission.
Agreed. Agreed. Yeah.
Okay, so coming out of high rise, that's Magicdoer up 1 game over Yeti.
Yep, 3-1. So still all to play for, especially with all these venues, most of which are very, I'd say swingy, like very easy for spies to win.
Indeed.
So you always, I wouldn't say bloodredyeti is out of this at all yet. Plenty of opportunities still to go. Starting as small man on courtyard, if you're ready. Starting in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Looks like we're just going to bounce around. I thought we were going to go for the early flirt, but we're just going to settle in conversation instead.
We go for a very early contact here.
You are, yeah. Taking the opportunity. And not too many lowlights coming out of it, so...
Yeah, 4 lowlights picked up, and 1 highlight for a suspected split, I assume.
Yeah, I think that is probably right. So, not bad at all.
Now, I imagine bloodredyeti does not have an idea that, you know, Ponytail picked up a highlight there, but...
True. It is an interesting choice to early contact. I always think it's better to leave it later on courtyard so you can make sure you get some statue visitors in.
Yeah, that does tend to be, I think, yeah, and just in general too, like across most venues, waiting to see who's got the progress and including them in a contact is definitely good. I do find that with courtyard, very often it's the case. There's so few pads, like so few destinations for AI. Like it's very often you'll get near perfect contacts. So
True.
You can take them earlier, I think.
Yeah, that's very true. Looks like Pi has been a bit quiet though since that, which is not what bloodredyeti wants to see. You can get courtyard games where it feels like everyone's going to statues, and this is just not one of those. It's definitely making it easy for Magicdoer to keep track of the purloin and watching for bugs.
Yeah, we get red dress at statues now, picking up the highlights.
We've made progress with flirt at least. Just need one more post test, and we have a fingerprint from the drink. So that's a nice catch. Looks like that's probably going to be our 4th mission if we get there.
Looks like the plan. Yep. Unfortunately, we weren't able to go for that briefcase, but maybe that would have been a bit too aggressive anyway.
Yeah, very true. Always difficult to tell with drinks how on top of it the sniper is.
Yeah, I think they can be, you know, they're some of the easiest fingerprints for the sniper to miss.
Absolutely. I feel like we're in a good position. I am just worried about the time again from bloodredyeti. Still need 3 more missions completed. We finished that now at least.
There's one. Ideally, the ambassador would get into statue somewhere, but I don't think there's going to be time for that. So we're going to have to start thinking really how we're going to do this. If the ambo puts down the case, we can try to go for that, but what else will it be?
Otherwise, it's going to be inspect swap or purloin, neither of which are great options.
Yeah, we're going into statues now. There's a white swap, and we're doing the inspects.
Off screen for now. I mean, it's visible to the sniper, but...
It is visible. It's a highlight and a shot.
And that's the shot, okay.
Okay, maybe Magicdoer, they're just seeing the statue, just really confirming to themselves, oh, you know, did it swap, did it not?
Yeah,
And they find
absolutely.
the right shot at the end.
Nicely done. A bit unlucky from bloodredyeti there, not to get a second fingerprint. You feel like that would be the perfect game to time ad maybe. Try and get
Yeah,
some more statue visitors, a bit more
for
party
sure.
action. But make it to mission countdown at least. So that's always a good sign.
So
All
next
right.
one.
Yeah, Magicdoer on top of things, moving up to 4-1 lead. We'll see if they can stretch it even further if they get another spy win. Playing as Twin. Looks like playing Twin. No, Bling Twin.
Lindwin.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Started next to our ST. Wonder if we're going to chase them down. Looks like it. Go for the early flat progress. That's what we like to see.
And our ST leaves, which is very nice of them. So we are not going to have to do much to get that cooldown.
Yeah, great start. White test for 34%. ST goes into statues even, so picks up a highlight. We are just going to sit and wait, analyze our options. Double agent is at statues too, so there's no chance of progress there.
Are we going for the flirt at statues, but it does not quite take. We're just a little bit too late.
Yeah, that's a nice attempt.
Do you go for a swap here immediately or not? It's a bit aggressive to narrow the party down to 2 here, so it looks like Magicdoer is just going to do inspects.
True, true. Yeah, I mean, it must have been tempting. But maybe not getting the flirt off, still need 2 more flirts, is a bit too risky to narrow the party down to 2 at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing the classic stand around the conversation.
Waiting for our ST to be flirtable.
Yep. Choosing
Even
not
as
to
this
do that
happens,
statues.
though, we're going to need to think about what our extra mission will be.
Yeah, that is always the courtyard way. How do you finish? Get a nice green test on the flirt to move us 85%. Gives us a bit more flexibility at least. But I don't know how much a flirt pair bloodredyeti is. Standing next to our seduction target a couple of times now, including at statues, which is the big risk of joining them at statues. Might be just that bit more memorable.
For sure, for sure.
If they're looking out for that kind of thing.
The ambassador left a print on 1 statue, but we don't have any prints at the moment, so we would have to do even more if we wanted to go for that. It looks like we're just waiting around for that last flirt.
Yeah, that seems reasonable, although still need contact and another mission, and time continues to run down. Looks like we finished the flirt. I'm going back to statues. Maybe we are going for that fingerprint.
Oh, we are indeed. There was another fingerprint on the other side.
Yeah, do we want to be that brazen?
Apparently this was too brazen already.
Wow, that's a bold shot without the contact, but it's fair enough. Got the spy. Very nicely done.
Yeah, Yeti showing it doesn't matter. You don't have to count to 4 if you found the spy.
Yeah, I wonder. I think we must have been suspicious already. Like, I don't think the other statue visitors weren't getting highlights. So I wonder if we were just waiting for some more progress.
Yeah, that's a good point. It very may well have been, as you say, like, those 2 highlights for visiting statues at the same time, and then you see them again next to each other later. Like you say, like, even if you're not explicitly flirt pairing, that stands out to the sniper.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So that's a nice one from bloodredyeti, getting a game back, moving up to 2-4. Now playing as spy as Rocker. If you're ready, starting in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Got Kane ST again.
Yeah. It's definitely random, honestly. And we're back with a Taft Amber. moving.
Yeah, last game it was Rocker Emba. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but
Yeah, I know. It is usually chosen by the spy, either Taft or Amber, but not exclusively. Bloodredyeti moves next to the ST, gets 34% from a weight test. It's good early progress, but we're going to sit and time a flirt, looks like.
this party's already off to a bit of a hotter start than the last one. We've got 3 inspectors, Salmon going in to be the 4th AI inspector now.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Always just makes it harder for the sniper. More people to track. Especially as it's almost everybody would be given the statue visitors a highlight on Courtyard. It's such a... I don't know the statistics, how many spies complete missions without visiting statues, but I don't think it could be many.
Yeah, I bet that's a very low percentage.
So Bloodredyeti gets another white test. Flirt for 65%. Looking for a green test to finish if they want a 3 test.
Yeah, 65 is that dangerous number.
Yeah.
We're going to statues now. 1 minute 30-ish left on the clock.
Yeah, I feel like this is a good time to go. As the benefit of having so many other statue visitors, the highlight stands out significantly less.
Yeah. Oh, and it's a bug.
Oh,
As we entered, that is on camera. Did
yeah, the
Magicdoer notice?
end of the animation was definitely visible, but we're not shot, so I think we might have got away with it. That's the benefit of a Taft Amber, is that his bulky frame does cover the arm significantly. If you're not watching closely, it is easy to miss.
So we're going into the conversation with our ST and the double agent here. That's very nice. We could just finish everything here. There's a
Nice
green
place.
test on the contact.
It's positive. Can we get the... Oh, no! The worst has happened. 99%. We just missed the green test.
Oh, we needed the green on the flirt but there's still some time. We can walk away and come back. That's what it's going to have to be.
Yeah, very
The
true.
Amba is in great danger right now next to 2 statue inspectors.
Yeah, there is time.
Okay, we join. Like 15 seconds left. We take the flirt. There will not be overtime. Will Magicdoer be able to shoot here?
Yeah, I mean, it is aggressive flirting if they're looking for it, but there's a lot of people to be watching. And I think we are getting away with it.
Yeah.
Very nicely done. Taking the bug at the right time. It's very nice. And
Yeah,
it's
well
like,
done.
just missed it. Yeah, as you say, great mission.
Yep.
Very strong.
Is it 100% of the wins or of the spy
Yeah,
wins
yeah.
and bug?
Yeah, nicely done. And that brings it back up to 4-all.
Nice.
So I think the venues they've doubled each. Is that right? They've each. Oh, no, we've got one more courtyard game.
Like we've got one more.
One more courtyard
here.
game. Okay, yeah. It's not 4 yet. 3-4. But at least a spy
It
win
could be.
brings it back. Yeah. You feel like when you get a spy win, hopefully gain a bit more confidence, which is really important for sniping. So if we're ready for the next game, we got Duke as spy, starting in 3, 2, 1, playing it. So yeah, definitely it's going to be interesting to see if they can bring it back to 4. Starting with an early timeout.
Very nice. I think, yeah, in a lot of these games we've seen, the time has gotten very close when finishing missions. So a timeout here is well advised.
I definitely agree. And Courtyard is a really good venue to time out on. I think you get a lot of value from it. And doing it early like that when the sniper's distracted is ideal.
Yeah, absolutely. As you're saying before,
Almost.
like just so many inspectors can accrue as the time, adding those 45 seconds. So that's good.
Yeah, absolutely. Almost ignored Toby, but we did get over that. Started off with a white test for 26% on the flirt. ordinarily wouldn't be ideal, but we have that bit more time.
Yeah. So a fake contact now as we get one of those nice courtyard, conversations. I'm not sure there was anyone out of conversation.
I think maybe just Taft, but still, that's pretty great. And there's no SDA in our conversation, so if anything, that's going to lower our suspicion, you'd have thought. Green test flirt there. It's definitely required very handily. Gets 67%, and now we're just a single white flirt to finish. That's very nice. Going for a fingerprint now. For more mission progress.
And nice, and I believe the Amber was at a statue set before, so that's a prime place. Although it may be that Queen is currently picking up that fingerprint.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
I mean,
but if you can get the green test.
Yeah, you green tested there. You could go in and, I mean, maybe it's a bit much, but you could inspect print swap for Queen.
True.
And you wouldn't even have real contact.
Well, the Queen now low lit for some power thing, so.
Oh.
Not that Magicdoer knows that.
Banana bread.
Another contact with it. Just looks like nobody out of conversation.
Another, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Bloodredyeti can't be happy with that. Oh, choosing to lowlight the conversation without the STA.
Very interesting. Not a bad idea. That second contact comes out. That's probably a real one.
Oh, it's worked perfectly for them. Obviously, they didn't do it the first time when it wasn't us. When we were the ones without a STA.
It's big. Okay, actually, we picked up a print here, so maybe I didn't remember which one it was at.
Nice.
Or
so
Amber left another one.
Going for the finish. Doesn't look like we're not getting highlight. I don't think we're on the radar at all. Very nice.
Not at all. Well done. A soft tail game on courtyard.
Yeah, great job.
So I was wondering there, if well, I don't know, just that was a nice sort of adaptation by Yeti to highlight almost half the party off of that second contact. And I was wondering if that would be able to draw his attention over to Magicdoer as he went into statues, but it looks like maybe Yeti was a little more worried about red dress.
Yeah, next to Amber, they were the only highlight by the end. So it's unfortunate for them. But yeah, as you say, very nice game from Magicdoer. Continuing their lead to 5-3.
Yeah, holds their lead coming out of the doubled venues. But what's going to happen now on balcony?
Moving on to balcony. Who's feeling good for the action tests? Interestingly, we got Purloin enabled rather than Bug.
Oh, wow. Turning off Bug. We'll see.
I mean, from past experience in this set, I don't know if that's the right move, but
I mean, some players do like to play with the Purloin variant. I mean, if you're looking at balcony as like, well, you got to hit, it's hard to shoot a 3 green game, right? If you get your 2 flirt and then you're not talking during the contact. I mean, Purloin is kind of in that same vein. If you think you can hit greens, like you might as well also just jump onto a chain and.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, and it is possibly more of a distraction for the sniper.
Could be, yeah.
Especially if they're not used to having to track Purloin on balcony.
Let's see how this goes.
Yep. In any case, we're playing as Seek on balcony, starting in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Looks like we've chosen Queen as the ST. Early talk gets us the highlight. 34%.
And we do pick up a drink from Toby. I think it was in time, not noticed here. Or rather, we didn't ignore him for too long, as in high rise.
Yeah. Unfortunately, another white test for the contacts. So I imagine we are probably top suspects from Magicdoer's perspective. We shall see if Yeti can finish flirt.
Yeah, Queen rejoins us, and we flirt very soon after, and Magicdoer does not like it.
Yeah, safety off on us. I'm not sure we're going to get away with. We need the green test as well for the last flirt, I think. We're just slightly too far away for the white test.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not sure there's anything Yeti can do here. To be
Our
honest.
best bet here is, I don't know, if Queen just happens to join us, maybe we don't get shot for it. But oh, we're joining with Queen right now.
Yep.
I do think if we talk at a spy-like timing, like we will probably take the bullet.
Yeah, you almost think you want to wait until like 11 seconds. Hope you get the green test.
The
And
white
force the sniper
test,
to make a difficult choice.
it might not matter that, yeah, it didn't matter, even if we hit the green.
Yeah. I think the early talk and white test contact put us right on the top of the list from a Magicdoer's perspective.
Yeah.
Well, nicely done.
So Yeti unfortunately didn't get the spy win that maybe he was hoping for. Let's see if he can hold down the sniper though.
Yeah, it looks like moving to the next match, we're back to bug contact seduce. Magicdoer favoring that setup, playing as Plane Twin. Starting in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
So now we have Pearl's Amba. I actually haven't been. Earlier,
Yeah,
Magicdoer did have like Tex Amba, I believe.
Yeah, we had Sari earlier. Sari from Yeti.
Oh, that's true. We did. I don't think of Balcony as a slow Amba meta venue, but with Bug on
True.
here, I do feel like you might want a bigger Amba. But we'll see how it works out.
I mean, if they're walking behind you at the back of the conversation, maybe you can get a good bug.
That's
Just to cover.
true. And sometimes I do wonder if with those especially slow ambassadors, if you can actually end up doing the reverse drive-by with your other arm. Normally you wouldn't be able to do that. But
True. Yeah. Looks like we managed to get a green test alert to start for 47%. Unfortunately, a bit too far away to get it up to the 50, so we are still going to need to 3 flirt, but good progress nonetheless.
everyone's in combo now. Here comes the contact. It's white contact. Duke is also talking, and the double agent leaves.
That is unlucky. Just the worst Ivan.
Oh, was that intentional?
I do not know, but
Well, that was an attempted bug,
yeah,
and it was seen and shot.
It was very visible.
I imagine it was intentional because I don't think there was. Well,
yeah, I mean, if Pearl,
it could have been a flirt. It could have been a flirt, maybe.
If Pearl had just moved a bit closer to us before she stopped, I think that would have been a lot less visible. And if Pulse was taffed, again, would have been a lot more cover. But as it was very visible. And a nice clean shot from Yeti. Keeping it close, 4-6. As we move into the final venue. Is that right?
Yep, library was the final venue. So Yeti looking for a sweep here to tie it up.
Yeah, Magicdoer just needs the one sniper game to claim the set. Library, it is possible to get spy wins even on 5 of 8, but it's going to be tough for Yeti.
Yeah,
so
it's a tall ask, but let's see.
Let's see how they do. Playing as Salmon, I think, starting in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Yeti content just to sit in the conversation to start with. Looking out at where the amber's going, maybe, instruction target.
I'm hoping we see at least one time ad here.
Yeah, true. I think this is another venue where time ads are strong and also harder to catch people at windows. Much easier to get away with it. And especially as Yeti's not made a lot of progress to start with, timeout hopefully is in their mind.
Yeah, it looks like we're just now going to chase down a flirt.
I think so. After an innocent drink take, which admittedly is not very spy-like. So if Magicdoer is tracking that kind of thing, maybe we're lower in suspicion. But I think on library, you're unlikely to be checking for that kind of thing.
Yeah, on library, I think there's a lot of camping to do. They got to be checking who's where, who's doing what. All those
Yep.
mission sites.
Very true. Another white test for Yeti. Been a bit unlucky not hitting the green tests to deal the flirts, which just makes life so much easier. You don't have to find your ST 3 times in the match. But we are now getting a fingerprint now at bookcase, I think.
It was a difficult, unfortunately, we missed it.
Red test is unlucky. That kind of progress would have been great to have. As it is, we take the book out. So we've still got the option of the direct transfer microfilm, which possibly would be a good idea later in the game.
Yeah, just given our progress so far, it would feel like a bit of a shame if we were just to put it back innocently. That said, if it was a sort of, suspicious book to have picked up, given that it had a fingerprint on it, it might be the case that Magicdoer is more aware of it, of where it came from.
Very true, very true. Well, we find a search target, get a green test this time for 85%, which is very nice to see. Looks like we're going for the animation transfer instead.
Okay,
entirely off screen.
Yeah, it was clean, but that does mean we're sort of, well, we don't have to commit to it, but it does mean if we want to finish, there's still a lot of time that needs to be invested to the second half.
Yeah, that is definitely the downside of doing the animation transfer, especially when you pull the book out rather than doing it at the bookcase. It just means you have to go back again. But still, we've completed the flirt seduction target. So that is one mission done.
Yeah, that's good. We've got just under 2 minutes left. I still would advocate for a timeout here. Luckily,
I agree.
We're not highlight. There's a few inspectors here. I think Disney, Ponytail, and Queen perhaps all have full inspects.
True. Going for the inspects now, which is good mission progress. Before we finish the transfer microfilm, which could be a challenge if we now highlight.
Indeed.
Might just be a bit more obvious. We're going to walk past the ambassador.
No bug, though.
No bug, though. Instead, it looks like we're going to try and finish the microfilm.
So are we just going to try it right here, or are we going to take it away? I think we have to try it right here.
We have to try it right here, and we're not time adding.
And we do as a drink take happens, so that's off screen.
Yeah, very nicely done. Green test. That's good.
Okay.
Since you chose not to swap, though, I'm still worried.
Was
a
very
bug. Ambitious bug attempt.
Yeah, it didn't take.
Don't think it was seen. And now finally we're getting the timeout. Before the 30 seconds, so before the beep starts, which is important.
Yes, very important.
It's
so
possible the Magicdoer won't notice that.
We get contact and we bail from there. So we're very active now, but it looks like that time ad and that bug went unnoticed. So that is good news.
Yeah, that's positive.
We just need one mission now.
I don't know if we're going for the bug or we're going for the swap. We're going for the bug.
It was a bug. Oh, no.
Oh, on the missed pad.
I think that bug, I think that was off screen too.
Oh, no.
It might have been.
Oh, it was going so well as well. Really great chaining together missions, which you have to do at that point.
Oh, that's so unfortunate that we missed the pad there. I do think, though, that, even if we had hit the pad, Magicdoer did rotate back, and I think he would, or at least the snap back of the arm would have been on camera. So
maybe I think that would have been a very tough shot to take. That is really unlucky, though, because I think there's every chance that Yeti could have got over that.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker, because that was, Yeti was doing a good job there of, recognizing that, he needed more time. He took the time out and he got that extra progress.
Yeah,
it's just that one mission. So close.
Yeah, that's a really unfortunate end for Yeti. I mean, they played well. It was a close match. So they can definitely take that going into the rest of the league, but a tough way to finish, which is crazy to say because Library Spy, you don't necessarily expect to win, but when you're that close.
Right. But okay, so that gives Magicdoer their first win in the league, and Yeti unfortunately will still have to fight for their first points.
Yeah, so Magicdoer in second place on the table after 2 matches, but still a few weeks to go. Still early days, many more matches to come.
Yeah. Nice match from both players, though. I think we saw some nice spy wins on both sides.
Yeah, agreed. Some great bugs, especially, and some nice shots as well. So great match. I think we are going to take a short break now before the second match. We're going to have a Masters division to follow. I think it's Martini against Lev.
It is indeed. Yep.
So be sure to come back for that in 5 minutes or so.